That sound was bad. That was a bad sound. Today is November 24th, 2097. And I am video chatting with you from the future. Just so you know. Just so there's no confusion. Okay? Nowadays, just to save time, we combine words, so we call it confuture. Because the future is confusing. And, well, it's just easier to say it like that. The confuture. So, here we are in the confuture. Together. Peas in a pod, if you will. This is some kind of club. Some kind of story club. Hello, Bob. Welcome to the Story Club. I mess up my songs all the time and I don't know how to rhyme at all. There we go. Perfect. Welcome to the Story Club, everybody. Okay. I know there was so many of you waiting. Whew. Thousands and thousands and thousands. It's just waiting to see other people's videos, but I know mine popped in your feed and you accidentally clicked on it and you're like, why did I click on why am I watching this? How come that algorithm put this in my in my pipe and wants me to smoke it? And I just tell you, my friends, well, it's because I don't even know. Who knows? And that's the whole point. Who knows? Here we go. Okay. Let's get real. I saw this and I was thinking that I would fill that little part in. That way it's just, well, it just looks finished. Little clusters of stars. I like star clusters. Also known as galaxies. Or whatever you want to call it, to be honest. Stars are stars. Planets, I think, originate from Mars, generally. Because even the universe rhymes. Dream won't wait for you to calculate. Doesn't care how long you had to wait. Feed on time, eat up space. Slow boil destruction of our cosmic trace. Hurried introduction, a firm handshake, then you're off. Well, I think you're nice. How about that? Now we're even. No, I'm crema. I'm in French you call it cremo, or in Italian it's cremo. We're a different breed. We came before the emos. We wear a lot of facial cream. It's kind of a long story, but it's short in the end because we all die. We all die, and we all mold and rot away the same. I don't like labels. I think labels are silly, to be honest. I think everybody's way too concerned with labels and names. I think the second we get rid of labels, well, the world would be kind of boring. Well, you can look at any of my other videos and see my face. I have hundreds. But honey, I'm a shapeshifter. I never look the same way twice, if you know what I mean. If you catch my whift, you will catch the drift of the whipped. That sounds gross. I do apologize. But let's just say this. I have 3 mouths, 2 hearts, and an open mind. And boots to match. And I like to draw. Besides, this is me. Not Hazel Ray. No, I just mean art, you know? That's my face, sweetie. That's who I really am. Skin. I've been skin before. I've been the wind. I've been the egg. I've been the sperm. I've been the angel. I've been the devil. Still working that one out. And I'll be it all over again every single time. It doesn't matter what I look like. It matters what I do. And what I do, well, I write country western songs. And I doodle in my spare time. Right now, I'm doing that little thing people do in life called filling in the gaps. Let me get this a little bit closer. There you go. I was at work yesterday and I made a video and it was like a customer service video. It took me like 10 seconds to make. And I got over like, this morning I wake up and there's like 1,300 views on that shit. I was just like, what? Man, I need some lotion or some cream for my mummified little emo fingers. I should clarify. I think my fingertips are emo. Oh, you better be careful. YouTube's not gonna like that kind of algorithm. But I do like those. Those are some choice words. Yeah. Well, sometimes, honey, you gotta be careful what you wish for. You know, sometimes when you stare into the gap looks at you and it wants to wait. It wants to unfill. How does it? How would the? It wants to anti. It's an anti-filler. I think that's what they say in the lube shops, anyways. This is getting dark and dirty, really quick. But it's YouTube and it is the internet, so I guess that's what we're supposed to expect, right? I need to get another pen. This paper sucks. This morning I was lashing my back with razors on a leather strap and gnashing my teeth because why did I choose this paper, everybody? Why in the heck did I choose this paper, and what the heck is going on with this mariachi band down here? It's a commission for a friend. Well, Chris, that's entirely between you and God, my friend. Well, I was once called Harry Tracy. You can look it up. Google Harry Tracy and the False Face Bandits. And where I am, you will see a picture of me when I was younger, stronger, and much more younger. Much more younger. Oh, wow, this pen is really pissing me off. I want to find the person who's the person that made this one? This lot number 4236-D-Stanley. Stanley, that little bugger. I was messing up my pens. No, Google is not on me. I've got it tattooed on my ass. Hey, Grandma, quit making all that noise over there. Get out, Mom. No. Hey, good. Grandma, is that you? Grandma, that's not you. Grandma, no. No. False alarm, everything's okay. But I do need to get a new pen. Story Grub Club, brought to you by music. Well, this is a commission. It's a commission for a friend. I think my cat is splitting into 2 separate cats or something. I gotta check on my cat. Is he Oh my goodness. I don't know what the heck's going on. But I do need some coffee. All right. So yeah, it's a commission for a friend of mine. My friend's name is Ellen, and this is a gift for her friend, Hazel. Ray. I don't know where to go. Because it's hard to draw because this... If I'm drawing over here, I can't even see where I'm drawing because... Well, I guess I could draw through the phone. But then I can't see what the fuck I'm doing. And then there's shadows. Hold on a second. And then the glare. And then the snare and the bass drum and the kick. It's my neighbor outside on the roof. It's like 5 in the morning, and he's out there on his roof with my guitar. Still has my guitar. He borrowed it like 6 months ago. And every morning I come out here and I get on YouTube, and he jumps on his roof with my guitar and starts playing all these stupid songs, and he starts mimicking my voice. He's trying to sound like me and stuff. It's really kind of, well, it's flattering. To be honest, it's quite flattering. I haven't been diagnosed with any mental illness. I self-medicate, sweetie. I don't believe doctors any more than I can suck the blood out of their throats. I don't think you should either. I don't care. I don't care how much money you throw at me. Seriously, how much you got? I mean, because I don't care. How much? I just want to know. It's just a question. By the way, I thought that Cremo joke was pretty funny and nobody laughed, so I'm kind of disappointed. It was quick. It was quick. It was hip. Tucker. But, you know, okay. Tough crowd. Tough crowd. But I like tough. What's that?
I like tough.
You like tough?
Yes.
Oh, strange. I like water soluble. I like saying water with I like rolling my T's and R's when I say the word water, because it really just confuses people. Makes people think twice about using that word again in the same way. Oh shit, he just heard me talk about water, now he's getting all excited. My neighbor. Come on, John, man, I'm trying to... Jeez. It's hard to concentrate. Who's Buddy? Oh, do they? And then you're calling me schizophrenic? You're calling me names, and then you're like, those characters at the bottom look like South Park. What the hell? I mean, come on. What time is it where you are? How old are you? How old are you? Whose picture is that in your profile? It certainly ain't yours. Finally, somebody with an interesting emoji, rather than, huh? Now I get to roast you guys. You come to my channel to be roasted, and I roast you. I roast you like a motherfucking fingerling. On a space heater, you know? No, I'm not. I'm talking to you. If I'm talking to myself, then who are you? I mean, who are you talking to? The ether? The ether? Do you know what an ether is? By the way, I'm never alone. Grandma? Grandma?
Yeah.
See? Proof. Absolute proof. That I don't have a parrot out here. Named Kiki. By the way, where is Kiki? What have you guys done with Kiki? I'm not saying one more word until you... What are you talking about? I mean, they're obviously absolutely original South Park characters. This is not a commission, like I said. That's why I said you're the one that sounds crazy, not me. If you're like thinking they look like South Park characters, yes, they're South Park characters. It's a commission for a young person who likes the South Park mariachi band. I've never drawn South Park characters in my life until 4 days ago. Did you read the title of the video before you started coming in here and making fun of me and insulting me? Calling me schizophrenic? How old are you? What's your name? What's your real name? Tell me something about yourself. How many dogs do you have? Do you like dogs? Let me ask you a simple question about your humanity. Are you a dog or cat person? Choose wisely, my friend. That'll give me a really good feel on what kind of person you actually are. Oh! You're earning yourself a one-way ticket to nowhere land, my friend. Treading dangerously close. This channel isn't for people to come and just kind of talk shit. It's for people to come and talk about stuff and actually learn stuff and about each other, and it's about sticking up for the little guy and not making fun of people right off the bat. We got to get to know each other first before we start talking shit about each other. Fair? Give you something hard to draw? Draw a rock. Draw a round rock. Go to the beach, find a rock that's polished on all sides, and draw it. Yeah. I think the simplest things in life are the hardest things to draw. Except for an engine of a car. That's really hard. Hi, Adelina. My real name is Sean. I didn't say that you were being mean. I said that you were kind of, treading dangerously close, and you were saying things that were kind of being insulting. I also think you're being funny and you're joking, to be fair. But like I said, this is a place where people come to just kind of have fun, not to take things too seriously. And if people come here to be serious and be jerks, I'm not saying you are, but people have. So I've kind of tried to cultivate a place where I can just rant about the world around me, how I see it. Because I try to bring balance back into this mess of my life anyways. The world isn't my responsibility, but my life is, my perceptions are. And how I take the world in. And even how I take in, and that means even how I take in comments. I've learned a lot about myself on how I react to people even online still. But I think it's important just to lead with kindness, and just to get to know each other a little bit before we start talking shit. That's all. I'm not saying you're talking shit either. not not in the normal way. But you're welcome to come by anytime and hang out. But we got to be sort of civil, I think, because a lot of young people do watch my channel, and certain words I know that sorry, YouTube keeps people from saying cuss words a lot. I don't really have a chance to block people unless they're being super awful or time them out or whatever. Moderate people, I guess. I have a lot of moderators. Hey, Kiki. Kiki's shooting up to become a moderator for me if they ever wanted to be one. But no, here I look out for the underdogs. I look out for the people with less. I'm not the typical kind of American person or artist you'd kind of come across in this day and age, I think. That's why I'm a loner. That's why I have no friends. Except for I've gotten shown a lot of respect and actually a lot of support and stuff from people on YouTube. So I shouldn't say I don't have any friends. A lot of them are Australian. Hey, well, there's one right now. Good day, passerby. I looked down for a second. I looked back up and you're there. Thanks for the nice comments you left on my video, man. But YM, you're totally cool. We're totally cool if you wanna stick around. I'm not accusing you of anything. I think you're fine. And I think you have a you have a sense of humor that I'm trying to flush out, and I'm just trying to tell you that sometimes like a sense of humor on YouTube isn't allowed. A certain kind of sense of humor. You just got to be careful because people might take things the wrong way, obviously. Because text is really hard. I can say all those things I want because I'm talking. But text is like people take things out of context a lot, and and I'm guilty as shit for that too. So I'm not saying you were being mean or anything. I'm just saying maybe just be careful. Because my baby watches this show and she's 9 months old. Well, my wife's about to give birth to a baby, but she watches. Honey, you want to come over here and introduce yourself? Oh, you can't. Oh, hold on. Wait, we're going into labor, folks. So I gotta go. Oh, hold on. Wow. What the heck? Where did they go? Oh my gosh. Why would they left in a hurry? Okay. Yeah, there's water everywhere. Looks like they spilt water with jello in it. Kind of gross. Anyways, that was uncalled for. Lo siento, friends, my Mexican-speaking friends out there. And Caucasian-oid speaking Spanish-oid. Oh gosh, I don't even know how to talk anymore without sounding racist. I just say be racist, as 100% racist. That way, on the other side of the coin, wait, what? 100%? Huh? That way you're 100% for everybody? Does it cancel itself out if you're just like absolutely like hate everybody because of the color of their skin, even your own? Does that make you a good person or an awful person, like Scrooge? I'm so confused. All right, let's get back to this horrible drawing. What were we talking about? So yeah, I was at work yesterday and I just had this little idea to do a video, and it was because I work in a little pet shop, and I was I'm by myself, like for like 9 hours in this pet shop, because that's how they roll. And cognitive. Hey, I think I've seen you before in here, cognitive. Thanks for the comment. Nice comment. Anyways, yeah, and I just had a quick idea to do a little video, customer service video, because people will literally, if you've worked customer service or if you've ever shopped in a store in your entire life, you've seen how people are, and well, it's funny sometimes because people will say they'll just like they just want to argue. They just go into the store and you can kind of tell right away like what kind of person you're dealing with. But like when you're trying to tell them, like they're like, yeah, so what do you got for this or this? And you're like, yeah, right over here. And you're like, yeah, so this is what we have for that and that. And they're like, yeah, but I thought I mean, what about this? And you're like, oh, well, you didn't say that. Okay, that's over here. And again, they're kind of like accusing you of like they're very accusatory about things, and then they just get pissed and like they seem to just get like, oh, whatever, I'll just take the first thing you meant. And I'm just like, what? You asked me how many things we had, and I'm just showing you. And I don't know, people are very, very strange. And I just did this quick like minute long. It took me like 20 seconds to record this stupid thing, and it was the first video I've actually made besides I did like an open mic video or something, like a fake little open mic, which got some views. And I was like, wow, that even that one got a little bit of views. For me, like 500 views is a fucking lot. That's like 1 million for me. Compared to like a year ago where I had posted a video and getting nothing, like zero. Not even my friends would watch my shit. And you can go back and look. It's easy. It's all there. I'm very transparent. But but yeah, the customer service one, I think I could write a book on customer service, I could do a comic strip and do a comic strip a day for the rest of my life and yours, all of you and your babies, about customer service. and my experiences in that world and the jokes that I could that are in there. There's so many stupid jokes. Anyways, and I got like it's like 1,300 or 1,400 views today, and I'm just like, what the fuck? That's like, how am I doing the math? 10 billion for me, you know? It's like I get $1 and I'm like, oh my god, it's like 20. Oh. You've never had to work customer service? Did you work in the service though? You work for this? I mean, not work in the service. Did you were you in the service, like the army, or I don't know what the Australian version of that is? The war service, guns and stuff. You seem like the kind of person you might have been, but in recent years, people are not as appreciative or considerate. Man, really? Where are you from, Cognitive? What kind of customer service are you talking about? I worked in pet stores and grocery stores. I worked at a gas station. The first customer service job I had was at Exxon, and that's why my character story wears he wears Exxon hats a lot and stuff. But and people, I don't know why people. I had a red Exxon hat that had white letters on it for years, and then I, like one day at work or something, I found another one like it, and I was wearing it after Trump got elected, and people were like doing double takes on me and shit. I'm just like, it's not a Trump hat. Besides, it's like, in Portland especially, people were just like doing double takes on the street, like they were what the fuck, a red hat. I'm like, yeah, it says X on you, dipshit. It's kind of like wearing a Nazi symbol as a punk rocker, you know, because it's kind of like just throwing shit in people's faces, and it's like, I don't know, like Sid Vicious did that a lot. He wasn't a Nazi, but he wore not a lot of punks wore swastikas just to take it away from the Nazis. Like, it's like anti, kind of like the what was it, the anti-skinheads or whatever. Anyways, I forget what they're called. I believe that. Let's see. Some dipshits and yeah. Anyways, I think everybody should work. If you don't go into like the armed services or something like that, you should work at, like, you know, a few months or something in customer service, just like as a bagger boy, or maybe you get to choose. You get to work in like a deli, like as at the front counter, or like a, you know, pizza place or whatever. My first job was a pizza place here in the very town I live in, and it was, well, the first night, it was a Friday night, and it was a super busy, awesome pizza place. Had a huge arcade and everything, and it was just awesome. It was an old round table, and brick oven, no, it wasn't a brick oven. It was one of those like it was on a roller road. I don't even know the fuck. It wasn't a brick, and I forgot what I was fucking talking about. Pizza. I got on pizza. But yeah, my first night, they put me at, it was my first job, and they put me on the cash register on Friday without any training, and left me by myself. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm. People are walking up and they're like, yeah, I want a pepperoni, and I'm like looking down at like the register stuff, like the buttons, and there's all. It's like a keyboard of stuff, but it's like there's like stickers and, like, you know, years of wear and tear on these. I can't even read the buttons, and I'm like, what? And like the manager, the owner or whatever, he was over there looking at me like all disappointed, and I'm like, I don't even know how to count money, let alone, like, I've never even touched money, like, let alone a register. And then the girl came up, and she was like, this girl came up, and she was kind of like aggro with me, the customer, not customer, my fellow employee, and because she was late or something like that, and she gets up there and she's like, well, just do this or do this, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And finally it finally came out, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I've never even done this before. She's like, wait, you've never done the register? And I'm like, no. And she's like, what the fuck? And she like calls the owner, and she's like, he's never even been on the register, what are you doing to him? Like, this is torture. And she totally stuck up for me, and he threw me back in the kitchen to make pizzas, obviously, to cheese up pizzas, you know, just to. It was the craziest thing, and I was so timid and shy. It was the most mortifying thing. Like, it was like a nightmare. And but it's not there. You know, I don't think any kid or anybody. I don't wish that upon anybody. And when I say people should do customer service, I mean the people that walk into into shops and treat you like you're like their slave. And I saw most of that I saw the extreme versions of that during COVID. I worked customer service during COVID in pet shops, and people would come in fake masks and not no masks and fake notes and all these stupid excuses. And we're like, dude, we can just bring it out to you. We can just bring the stuff out to you. You don't have to even walk in. There's not even a place for you to walk into the store. You can't shop in the store. Like, and even when it opened back up, people were still doing that shit. And then they would come up to the counter and be like coughing and shit, or they would just be wearing a mask in the store, walk up to the counter and to like pay for their shit, and then take the mask off right in front of us. And we're just like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing? In Boise, we couldn't tell anybody. We couldn't say anything. People could just cough in our faces, and our boss wouldn't allow us to do anything about it. And they did. Customers did. They took advantage of us. And when I got to Portland, it was crazy because I moved to Portland at the end of 2020, and the pet shop I worked for there in this like town, or the part of town that I lived in when I 10 years prior when I moved. It's a long story. I lived in Portland right before I lived in Idaho for 10 years. And then I moved back to Portland in 2020. So I left Portland in 2010. But right before that, I was living in this area called Woodstock in southeast Portland. And I loved the area because it was like, had this small town feel to it. People think Portland is like this big, it's not really a city. It's like all spread out and all these little neighborhoods and districts and stuff. But Woodstock was like chill, like all the little country towns I grew up in and stuff, like old fashioned. And it just had that feel to it. It was really slow and, quiet and stuff. I loved it. Beautiful part of town. You can check it out. Woodstock, Portland district, whatever it's called. Anyways, lots of trees. um, so, the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, when I moved back there, because like the pet shop, they had still closed it off to the public, so people could walk in like a few feet, and that was it, like in this little like foyer, but only like 2 or 3 at a time, kind of stuff. And then we had it sectioned off, so we would go and grab things, and they could like point to things, and so that was kind of cool, and people were pretty cool about that. People were way more cool about the masks and things like that in Portland, and obviously they're just more. It's not even about politics. It's just like I don't want to get people sick. I don't know what's going on. I don't care what's going on. If I have to wear a stupid mask and if it helps me and prevents other people from getting sick, I'll fucking wear it. I don't care. It's like, but people were such bitches about it too because we had to wear that shit all fucking day. And they would come in, they're like, I can't breathe. I'm like, fuck you, man. I've been wearing this shit all day. Get out of here. We ain't got no patience for that. I'm just kidding. We had ultimate patience for that. And that's the thing too. We were called essential workers. Essential. Because I worked at a grocery store too. But I treat people. Everybody's essential. I treat everybody as essential. Even the awful ones. Everybody has a place. I mean, especially the awful ones. They keep the good ones good. I'm not saying I'm good. I've been bad plenty of times. I don't plan on being bad again, but I know I will be. I'll do something bad because I'm forced into some stupid situation or just feel like being bad. Because after years and years and years of being forced to be a certain way, sometimes you just want to, lash out, I guess. But when I'm bad, I usually am not bad at other people. I'm just bad at myself. Luckily, I haven't been like that in a long time. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I have the next 3 days off. And I've just been doing a lot of soul searching. And I wish YM would have stuck around, or if you are still there, and a lot of people that watch me know how much I've been going through, how everybody, I can't believe people even watch me, to be honest, but I'm just an echo of everybody else around me too, I know that everybody else goes through the shit too, if not plenty more. But that's the thing with people like me. We feel them. We can feel their pain. And it hurts. It really, really hurts. So not only do we have to balance our own pain, but we try to take pain away from others, and when you can't do that, you end up feeling kind of worthless, you know? Hey, Rose, you changed your profile again. How come you did that? Why did you do that? Just kidding. Anyways, I don't want to feel worthless anymore, so I want to be of service to people. And just like how, I don't know, people show me respect by coming here and listening to my dumbass, and I can at least try to learn and become a better person along the way. But I think that comes with everything, you know, around you, all the good, all the bad, all the evil, everything. Life is the monolith, and we're just the ones scaling it, you know? All of us. There's a Kinks song, and there's a line in the Kinks song that says, I'm not sure exactly what the song's about, to be honest. I mean, it seems like it's a love song, or like a song about brothers or something like that, or, you know, close friends. But it says it's called Strangers, and one of the lines is, strangers on this road we are on. We are not two, we are one. Because I'm nothing without everybody else, you know. I wouldn't feel the same way without the people around me. I wouldn't be the same person without the people I've met and come across. Just wouldn't be the same thing. I would be a totally, absolutely different thing altogether. And all of you would too. Without people like me. And without people like you. Brought to you by people like you. Paid for, funded by the people in the streets, dying in the gutters, burping out loud. Can you burp in loud? I want to burp in loud. Somebody's already burping the baby. Oh, coffee. My chair is so loud. So I'm gonna go to Michelle's today, and I think in America you guys call that Michael's. I'm going to Michael's today because I got a gift card. In America I think you guys call that gift card. For Michelle, Michael's. I'm going to Michael's to get a gift card. That's it. Oh shit, that's all. Now I need a drafting table. I need a drafting table and, I don't know, some cojones. If you don't know what cojones are, well, now you know. Okay, that's better. That coffee is scalding hot. Piping hot. I have no roof over my mouth anymore. Look at the little hazel ray. It's kind of crazy because the ink looks red in the light. It's very quiet. It's very quiet. Well, you're not. You do. Okay, I got you. I guess you need your fingers to type. So you hold. Yeah, I gotta hold. Can't you type one-handed, like me? I'm playing the guitar one-handed with one finger. Check this out. One finger. It's a little bit out of tune. Let me see if I can uke up the juke. Oh, that sounded horrible. Okay, let's see if that helped. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay. So, I need a recipe. Does anybody have the recipe for nosebleed soup? That was a joke for you, Rose. was checking out the maps of Oregon. What part of Oregon? It's a big, big state. And I've lived all over it, my friend. Well, at the bottom and the top. Let's just say that. At the tippity top and at the bottomy bottomy. The bottom, wait, the bottom of the bottom. I'll stop. I'm going to stop now. Yeah, I lived in actually, so, what was it? In 1998, on Valentine's Day of 98, I landed in Grants Pass, Oregon, on the Greyhound bus from Chico, California, because I didn't have anywhere to live, and I was 18, and I had just gotten kicked out of my apartment with my siblings. Didn't have anywhere to live, so they shipped me up to Grants Pass because my dad lived up there, and I thought I was moving up there. Even like the night, all the way up there on the bus, I was listening. I was just getting into Flaming Lips at that time. Transmissions from the Satellite Heart. That album's kind of special to me because that was just a very, very crazy time in my life. Anyways, I had just left down here, moved up north to Chico. I just told this story the other day on my birthday. It was around this time where I was like homeless. And then on my birthday, they came and picked me up out in Orland, California, and took me back to Chico. Anyways, long story short, in February of 98, I was on a Greyhound bus for Grants Pass, thinking I was going to have to live with my dad like 2 miles outside of Grants Pass, and Grants Pass at that time was no bueno. Like, holy shit. Especially the area that I ended up living in was like pretty much the worst part of town. There's like a little mountain town, you know, at the time, very mountainy. But it was bigger than, say, Rogue River, which was 7 miles south on the I-5. So I grew up right next to the I-5 my entire life, pretty much. I could hear it from my bedroom. It sounded like a river, all the traffic. But yeah, I moved there. I moved to Grants Pass February 14th, 98, and it was dark. You know, I got there at like 9 at night or something, and the next day I went outside. And it was like light or whatever. I went outside. They let my stepbrother stay with me. Yeah. So actually, what we did, I think we went because he knew where we were. I had no idea. So we went over to Safeway, which is like a few blocks away. It was cool because it was so close. Anyways, and the mountains, like walking towards Safeway, I saw the mountains just like towering. We were in a valley, and it was like Middle Earth. It was the most beautiful thing, and I was like, holy shit. I live here. And first of all, too, when I got there, I had not had a bedroom of my own for a very long time, and I was sleeping on the couch and stuff like that, and just on the floor of my brother's room when my older brothers would throw parties downstairs and stuff. And anyways, so like when I was going up to Grants Pass, I thought I was going to be living with my dad, but then when I, outside of town, and then I found out that they got me a freaking studio apartment. So inside town, which was amazing. And that's when it took me like a long time. I was there for like almost 2 months, and I couldn't find work. And to be honest, I wasn't even looking for work. I didn't even know how to look for a job. I was so pathetic. And I had tried for a few things and this sort of stuff, but then there was an ad in a freaking newspaper. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to ignore people too. Yeah, Grants Pass. It's right on the I-5, and what was I saying? About my studio, I think. I forget. But but yeah, that's where the first, like, there's a pretty popular Dutch, or I'm sorry, coffee place called Dutch Bros here, or back then. I still call it Dutch Brothers. But it's back then there was like 2 spots or something like that of theirs, and then my brother and he took me to the coffee house, the first coffee house, and he knew like the owner's son, like the Dutch bro's son. His name's Brant, and so I got to meet Brant, and Brant and I were, we go way back. He used to come over to my place when I was like 18. They all used to come over and just hang out and this and that. Brant actually like really liked Primus, and he used to drive around this little like red Toyota pickup listening to Primus. And we drove out to the river once and ate some. Well, I won't say because he's whatever, but like he's a big popular guy now. So I won't say what we did, but we were hanging out at the river. But he was talking about he just had such passion. He still does, but he loves Primus, and I didn't even really like Primus at that time. I got into them on my own a few years later. Um, anyways, yeah, sorry, Grants Pass. And now it's like super artsy and like it's grown so much. And I lived there like probably like three different times in my life. I have roots there. I have made some really good friends there. And then I lived in Southern Oregon. That's where I got in my altercation. In the altercation that led me to leave Southern Oregon for Portland in 2007. And you can even Google that. I'm in the paper for the battered artist in Ashland. I think I forget what it is. If you Google Sean Kelly Ashland artist battered or something like that, I think a few articles will come up about the incident. It's and there's a picture of me like on my front yard with a sign that I wrote says, "Due to the fascist due to this that who attacked us on our property last night, I'm taking all my artwork down." Because I was like sort of like infamous in Ashland because of my art house. I had all of these huge paintings that I just started painting and putting them outside, and then it just grew and grew and grew until they were just like all over the fucking house. And I was on the front page of the paper back in 2006 for it. And then I think it was about less than a year later was when the fight happened, and it wasn't much of a fight. I've never thrown a punch in my life. I would feel sorry for the person who received the punch from me. But I'm not a fighter. I'm just a sponge apparently. I just absorb fists. My mouth didn't do too well though. But my other front tooth has been like all weird and feeling all weird. I'm surprised I even have front teeth anymore. And people are like, "Is it because of the meth?" I'm like, actually, no. No, it's not because of the meth. Actually, the meth has kept my teeth in. No, it's from a childhood car accident, actually. It stunted the growth in my teeth. My permanent teeth before they ever even like dropped down into like my main part of my mouth or whatever. When they were still up by my nose or whatever in my cavity, like I was struck by like the metal side of a truck when we were in the back of a pickup truck. It fucked my roots up. So when my permanent teeth came in, the roots were only like 4 years old because they just stopped growing when I was 4. So like one little stupid tap on my teeth meant bye-bye. SpongeBob fist pants and shit over here. Oh, really? Yeah, Grants Pass. And then the area outside of it. I mean, you go from Grants Pass to the coast. There's a highway, I think it's called 197. I think it's 197 that goes to the coast. No, 199. Because then there's a break off down by a place called like Jethro's Pass or something like that. There's a little area that goes, it's like 197 that cuts over to Brookings and stuff like that. And there's Southern Oregon and Crescent City and all that, like they all meet like right there in California, like the borders, I mean. And it's just, that's where the redwoods are. And 197 is like, I think it's Jethro or Jebediah or Smith Lake or something like that, or a river. Oh my God, that's what I was saying the other day. It's like the most beautiful. It's like I'm thinking about it right now and I just want to cry because it's just like, I understand why people can believe in God and like that God created stuff, because it's easy to look at something like that and be like, holy fuck, what? How is that so beautiful? You know what I mean? I think it's important to remember that things can be so beautiful and perfect, but they are fleeting. It's not like it's going to stay like that forever, you know? Just got to appreciate it while you can, I think. Yeah, Redwood Highway. Yeah, 199. And it goes from Grants Pass. There's a place in between Grants Pass and like that breakoff point. I think it's 197. It's like 199 meets 197. 197 is like a shortcut to the ocean, basically, through the redwoods. And before that, though, there's this place called O'Brien, Obrien, and that's where I was talking about, where like it's all red. The soil is all red. It looks like a bull, like in there. And I've eaten mushrooms out there, and like I was I was saying the other day, around the time when I was 18, um, around the time I was just telling y'all about, when I was more comfortable and my hair had grown out and I had gotten friends and everything, and I was hanging out with my friend Joel, who's now since passed, like one of my best friends. But he and I ate some shrooms, and I remember my friend Clinton. We were walking with Clinton out towards O'Brien because they had to park and then like walk, unless you had like 4x4, 4-wheel drive. And so we were walking out there, and Joel and I busted out the shrooms, and I just had like one big ass shroom, and I just bit into it. And Clinton looked at me all surprised because he didn't even know we had shrooms, and he was like, "Whoa!" He was like, "He's like, I thought you just bit into a big ass apple or something because of the sound it made." Because we used to eat them fucking raw, and they taste like, well, you can trip off them, but they taste like shit, right? But man, I tripped. Holy shit, I tripped hard that day. And it's just the most beautiful place on earth. It's like the desert, but it's where nature meets the desert, like beauty, like forest, or I don't know. And the red soil is amazing, and the water is like the swimming hole itself it's called Mars. We call it Mars. But the swimming hole is just deep and beautiful. It's like 16 feet deep, and you can see all the way to the bottom. It's so insane. But I ventured off by myself, as I tend to do, and from the crowd, because there was like 20 of us or something. It was like a caravan of people that went out there. Back when I had like that many friends, or like was a group person before I sacrificed everything for art. Anyways, but yeah, that's the day I went out there, and I had long ass hair, and I was in the river, and I was just laying in the river in this shallow part and looking out at the mountains down towards my feet, and it was just beautiful mountain range, and I was convinced that it was like the 1700s and I was a Native American, and I was just going to get up and go back to my family, like at the camp or wherever we were camped up or whatever. And then I finally like was sitting up on this rock, and I was kind of coming out of it, and I'm like, wait, no, I'm me. I'm not that. I'm me. And then I saw my friend Joel, and he came up, and he didn't even say anything, man. That's how good of friends we were. We were both tripping, but he just, he said like hi. But I saw him from ways away, and he kind of gave me the nod. He came over and just sat there with me, and he didn't say a fucking word. And he just finally we both and because I was just he obviously could tell like something was up with me, and he just sat there with me, and I missed him very much. How about some music? This is something I recorded in June of 25, June 25th. I have no idea what it is. It says YouTube's 2, so I think it was for like a YouTube video that I did or something. Let's listen to it. It might be talking, it could be just music or something weird. I appreciate that. Oh, I think I played this the other day. Been around since the beginning. I want to do The Devil Made Me Do It. It's a rough version of The Devil Made Me Do It. This is a rep.
Well, I'll shut up and get right to it if it's all the same.
Oh, this is the duet. I had a duet written for the.
Well, I'll shut up and get right to it if it's all the same. I was young, dumb, and full of fluid. Never listened to anything. I was raised upright, countrified. In church I even sang. But something inside could no longer hide, and it was finding its name. Oh, darling, it's not rude, it's okay.
I lost these lyrics, so this is great.
You got so much you've been doing. You're allowed to feel this way. You're raised in the bright countryside and got hurt along the way.
Oh my god. I want a female. I want to have a female sing this with me. Like.
And change your devilish ways.
What? What?
Find your stronger mind.
What?
And change your along the way. And do it. You're allowed to feel this way. You're raised in the bright countryside and got hurt along the way. It only helps you find your stronger mind and change your devilish ways. Oh, well, the devil made me do it, and I was a puppet on a string. I knew that if I blew it, I could lose the whole damn thing. They say in life there's nothing to it, with every gain a little pain. Yeah, the devil made me do it, but I'm to blame. Yeah, the devil made me do it, but I'm to blame.
Oh man, that's pretty funny. I'm so happy I have that duet because I would love to record an album that's just like outlaw country. And I'm going to start like booking shows under Blight Chokum, the name Blight Chokum, and just start going out there and act like it's real and just act like he's a real person and just start getting footage. Instead of like, trying to find producers and shit, I'm just going to go out there and do it and book shows. I think that'd be really funny. And then like somebody, like a friend of mine, can go out there and she could be like the duet. Because there's the idea behind that song was that it was going to be a duet, but I just got so sidetracked by everything else and then having to find a job and I have a million ideas in my head. And it's I mean, I can't believe how much I do just on my own, but I couldn't imagine what I could do with some kind of team or something. Or even just like another friend who was like-minded. And that's why I make up friends. Before y'all, I didn't have any. Before y'all, I didn't deserve any. Oh, heck. I do apologize, folks. Oh, heck, for the language. Heck. Heck. Oh, heck. Heck. There we go. Perfect. Nice little bookend. How's everybody feeling this morning? Yeah, let's talk. Hey, do you wanna listen to something? Let's listen to. Oh, Blight Chokum was on the radio? What's this all about?
Hey, welcome back to Killer Country Cat Crazy Country Westerners 103.5 FM.
Oh, I love the
Hey
station.
guys, I'm Willie Billy, broadcasting live from Radio Music Hall and Dance Club here in Little Debbie, Texas. Population 202. Holy moly, we got a show for you today. Oh my god, we've got Blight Chokum.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
Stuff going on with Blight these days.
What are the
We're gonna get
odds?
to the bottom of that, but first we're gonna have you with the weather report and we're gonna talk about some sports.
Oh, cool.
Weather. It's the weather, yeah. Weather. I love you to death. I love you, darling. Love you, baby. I love you, darling. Love you, baby. Love you back. I love you back. We ain't just back all the night. The weather.
Is it the weather?
The weather. Today it's raining blood, y'all. Seek shelter. Seek shelter from the storm. Around 3, it should clear up. And then get your ropers on and your wranglers because it's going to be perfect around 4. Plenty of time for us all to get together and play touch tag football once again like we did last time.
That sounds like fun.
All right. Love y'all. And that's all I got for the weather. Thanks, weather guy.
Go.
Willie Billy again on 103.5 Country Cat. Here's Blight Chokum. After the song, some of you were going to talk to Blight.
Cool.
So what's going on with that? All right. Here's Blight Chokum with Call In Sick.
Huh? I love this song.
Hello, darling. I woke you up just to say, how are you? How do you feel today? Don't be angry. I didn't think you'd mind. Y'all been out drinking. You gotta be to work by 9. Oh, but it's a fine, fine day. Let me make it quick. Please stop yelling, babe. You're starting to spit. Today's the perfect day, yeah. Oh, to call in sick.
Oh, yeah.
Call in sick, baby. Go to the grocery store, get some stuff, and come back and cook it. Well, you can cook it, and I'll sleep for a while, and then we can eat it together. Oh, but it's a fine, fine day. When you make it queer, let me mess up my song. I'm starting to spit. Today's the perfect day to call in sick.
Oh, yeah, I love this song.
Call in
It really hits home.
Do it for me, baby. Wow. That was Call In Sick. Latest single. We were expecting a single this morning, Blight, but that single never came because something happened yesterday. Something was announced, and do you mind telling us what that was? Yeah. Sure, Will Billy. I just decided to go a different route. That's all. No harm to anybody. No harm. No foul. I just wanted to join the foul beast. Is all. I don't understand the big deal here. Well, as you know, 100% of your fans are, pretty religious. Well, I understand that, and I'm not dissing that. I appreciate that. But you can't have one without the other. And sometimes it's not.
This
all
is when
about
Blight
good.
went to
It's
Satan.
not all about evil. It's about following your heart, doing what you feel is right. Beautifully put, Blight. All right, you got to play us another one? Yeah, I was thinking about it. Is that all right with y'all? Oh yeah. Everybody. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the devil made me do it. He lifted me up and said, baby, don't you cry. Lay down in my bed. And he said, hell now, oh Blight, yeah. I asked him his name. And he said, boy, you don't feel any pain. Well, the devil made me do it. I didn't know much after that.
I'm making this up on the spot. After this, I think I wrote the lyrics. This is so
Maybe
silly.
if I'm any back, you should've let him do it. He opened it on the string. Written on the cell and gone away.
Still beautiful. Very beautiful.
Well, if sitting by
Is that good?
never had change.
Sorry.
Yeah, God made him that when she little come down. Well, let's go and dance. Line dance until the end of time. The devil made me do it. Never meant to turn off this way. sight, come day in my mind, as it ain't a bind, come what devil made me do it on a Saturday.
Hi, Blicky.
Flying against the wind, and south away. I'm running against the wind, on south away.
Gosh, that was beautiful. I love Black
Wow,
Chocolate.
Black, that was really weird.
Man, it's so strange how far, like, I'm looking at all these things I was messing around, because I wrote a Dylan song, or in the vein of Bob Dylan, in the villain of Bob Dylan, the villain of Bob Dylan.
Come scatterbrained artists, naked and alone. And come sit by the fires in the waters of home. We reject auto-tune and anything that breeds a clone. If your mind to you is worth painting, then you better start creating or you look like a drone. For the artist forever changing. Come scatterbrained artists, naked and alone. Come sit by the fires and waters of home. Come scatterbrained artists, naked and alone. And come sit by the fires and waters of home. We reject auto-tune and anything that breeds a clone. If your mind to you is worth painting, then you better start creating or you'll sink like a stone. For the artists are ever changing.
Yeah, I did a video. You go back, I think that was June 20th. So like right around there, I did a video on June 20th where I dressed like Dylan. I was deep in my parody phase at that point. I was doing like White Stripes and Dylan and had all these ideas. Because at first I thought my channel was going to be like that, where I was just going to be all these different... I didn't even want to draw at that point. I just wanted to make parody videos based on art, you know? Sorry for the noise. So getting back into the art has been kind of a surprise. And at that point too, around June was when I started playing my guitar after like 9 months. So I started writing all these like crazy parody songs of... I was like doing a Weird Al thing, and I didn't even think about that until now. But I actually did a video on like that song Signs. Signs everywhere, the sign. And like in the video, I look like Weird Al because of the wig I'm wearing. It's so weird, and I have like no eyebrows. I think when I was doing the Fight Club parody, I was shaving my face, and I got the idea to like shave the long hairs in my eyebrows, but I just shaved my eyebrows off. So, and plus like my eyebrows are already very fair, so if I darken my eyebrows, I end up looking like one of these dudes, because I just like my whole face changes if I like darken my eyebrows, or with facial hair, like a little mustache. I look like a fucking villain or something. It's so crazy how like, it's weird how like, you know how people will put like different colored contacts in, and it'll like change their whole body changes just because their eye color changes. It's so weird. I mean, you know what I mean. Anyways, I gotta go. Darn it. I really appreciate people watching this early in the morning. Maybe not for the passer, you guys in Australia, but like, I appreciate people watching on a Sunday morning. I think it's really cool. And I hope the YM person was still hanging out. But I'm almost at 900 subscribers. I can't freaking believe that, too. So I appreciate all the support and all the love I get from everybody. You're good, you're good, Bicky. Get on out of here. Go do your thing. I appreciate the company. And I hope you and your families are safe and sound. Hope you guys are being creative, helping out the little guys in the world, and the little gals and the little others, all the little things. Stopping to smell the flowers. Anyhow, I gotta use the bathroom. Happy Sunday, everybody. Take care. I'll talk to you later. Later, Pastor.